What comes to your mind when I mention 13? Do you think of it as a magical number? Or do you see superstitions pop up in your mind? Going under ladders and broken mirrors, gotta throw salt over your shoulder. Is it associated with negativity to you, with witchcraft, evil, demonic entities? Is 13 to you seen as something unsavory? Because it's not. 13 is the holiest of numbers. 13 is, in actuality, the only number that exists. It's the only symbol of those orchestrations of numbers that truly has any dominion over this environment, because it has to directly do with creation. And in this episode, I'm going to explain to you how number 13 is all about creation. And there's a reason you're being kept from it. That's hiding your creative ability to manifest the life you choose. If we look at ancient cultures, we can go look at any of them. The number 13 was revered by them because it wasn't a number. They didn't use numbers necessarily. It was a symbol. That's what numbers are. They're symbols. Each one is a symbol. That's why there's only 1 through 9, because there's only 9 different ones. 0 is O, or really a circle. It's not even a part, it's another symbol. These are all symbols, which I will talk about in a future video, but letters are the same. And in ancient cultures, 13 was one of the most prominent symbols that was used. And it wasn't necessarily wrote in the way that we write it today. It was a line with 3 strikes coming off of it. It was a straight vertical line and 3 horizontal lines coming off of it. That's 13. Because out of 1 came 3. And I'm going to explain to you why that is. But first, I want you to understand why this number is kept from you. If you go to grocery stores, I believe Walmart does this, there's no 13th aisle. Why? The World Trade Center, before it dropped, did not have a 13th floor. I don't think the Sears Tower does either. Or whatever it's called, the Wilson Tower. There's many of these skyscrapers, buildings. They don't have 13th floors. Yet if you look at the entities that created them, then they seem to be associated with clubs of occult knowledge and magic. And why would these entities look to keep the number 13 away from you, while the number 31 is being handed to you in association with demonic entities and death, skulls and bones? 31 is just the reverse of 13. So if 13 has to do with creation, 31 must have to do with the death or the transition of that creation into a new form. That's what Halloween is all about. That's why in the Mexican tradition they have the Day of the Dead, where they actually celebrate all of the transitioned lives and the new experiences and journeys that they are on. It's not a scary time of the year by any means. There's no fear to be had, because this is all you. These are your relatives. This is your kin. And 13 is prominent with creation. So anywhere you don't see 13 at, where it's being taken from the sequential number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way, keep going up. If it goes from 12 to 14, it's because whoever is in control of that corporation, business, whatever it is, they know the power of 13. And they don't want you to have it, even by mistake. "13 is all about creation. Out of 0, or the O, or the whole, everything and nothing came one, which is just a line. Came one thing, which is everything. But to experience yourself, you can't be everything. So you split yourself into three. You're the middle, holding on to the two substances that you're going to whirl around and create everything with. Out of one split into two, and the original being still existed. It faded to the background though. It's the foundation, it's the ground, it's the earth, it's the sun. Depending on which viewpoint you are operating from. It is your physical body. You are holding fire and water, left and right, positive and negative, or magnetic and protruding energy. And this is what 13 is all about. It's the creation of life. It's when life got created. It's when it actually took shape to where we can actually experience a simulation of us, something else that isn't quite what we are at the moment, even though it is us, because all of it's us. That's the magic of 13. Because then that 13, it just kept going. You just keep creating out of one thing. You keep splitting it into these energetic forms and forming it into what it is for us to experience. I won't get too deep into that, but that is the basic idea of creation with the number 13. That is why if we look at even the symbol of it, it's a line with the 3 there, it's a B. 13 is a B. Line, 3, just put it together, you got a B. Because B is B, you're being, you exist. And B has to do with OB, the obietrix, where you go for the creation of the new life that's growing inside of you. OB, because it's really 0, 1, 3, that's the symbol. They're just have encapsulated it into the beginning of that word. And if you look at the majority, many words that start with OB, it has to do with creation, because it's the object. It is what the precipice of creation is, where it started, the OB. That's why his name was Dirty OB. Oh, there's a bumblebee just flew in the flower right here. So you have to see it as symbols. It's all over. These symbols are all over. The O, the line, and then 3 lines. This is where you get in basketball, the 3-man weave. This is what this is all about. It's one formation that's creating a weave down the court. And I could keep going with this, but I'm gonna have faith that you get the point with what I'm trying to create here, what I'm trying to give you regarding number 13. It has to do with life, new life. And if you want a new life, you want to utilize the number 13. And you can utilize it in all forms of your life. You can directly empower yourself by just utilizing the number 13. Because many of us, we don't utilize it because we don't know the power of it. This is a powerful symbol. It's a cheat code in essence. We can take that symbol and we can just put it on something and it's going to empower it with creative potential, because that's what that symbol means. Starting to sprinkle here. So let's wrap this up. So if you're looking to utilize that creative potential, then you want to know what those symbols mean and how you can apply them in your life. And the best way to do that is to do your own research. Find out what that means to you. So I can drone on for probably another hour regarding 13. It would probably be much better if I had a whiteboard or something to show you and the power and significance of it. You'll very quickly see the reverence of it when you start looking at history and how it's been used and how it's associated with ancient cultures, magic, and creation and growth. There's many symbols that incorporate the number 13 into it because it is really the idea of the symbolism of it rather than it being a number 13. That's how we're showing it in this current numbing society. I'm here to bring you the light so that you can utilize it to create with. So I do wonder, regarding the number 13, how did everyone see it before the end of this video? Assuming you made it to this point, was it something that you seen as negative, or did you know the power of it? Were you already utilizing the power of it? Do you actually utilize that symbol in your day consistently? Because one last thing I'll leave you with is in the Gregorian calendar system, which is what's used in the United States and Westernized societies at this point, there's only 12 months. And months are supposed to be moons. They're supposed to be the moon cycle. But there's only 12. When there's actually 13 moons. There's 13 moons during one solar cycle. They stole a moon from you because they don't even want you to know that there's 13 moons. So they don't want you to read 13 months because it has too much power. That's the extent that these magicians have went to hide your creative ability from you. The calendar that many of us use day to day to orchestrate some type of organization in this chaotic system doesn't even facilitate a creative power to you. It's stripping it from you because they don't want you to have 13 moons. December, which is really 10, if we want to play this game of months and the name of them, Deca is 10, should be the 13th moon, but it's not because they've limited it to 12. And there's a very loud automobile that's going past me right now playing music. I don't even know if you guys could have heard me. Wow. Woo! Okay. That's it though. The sun's back out. Everyone go outside. Go ground. Go get some sun. Listen to the birds. Have some fun.